Hello, how are you doing? My name is Otto and welcome back to the channel. It feels like every year we're getting more and more options to buy a camera. If you're thinking about buying one, it can be a tough choice and sometimes even a bit confusing. So in this video, I want to talk about these two cameras. This is the Insta360 X3 and this one is the Insta360 RS 1-inch edition. And which one is a better choice for you? Let's talk about that. If you're not familiar with 360 cameras, what you need to know is that they can shoot in 360 degrees. This can be done because on each side of the camera there is a lens and they will record at the same time. And the great thing about it is that it doesn't matter how you point your camera, the camera will be able to see everything around it. And it gets very convenient since you don't have to worry about pointing and shooting like you do with traditional cameras. In fact, you're going to be able to reframe what the camera captures when you use the app on your smartphone or on your computer and select the angle or shot that you actually like. Something great about these two cameras is that you can use a selfie stick like this one or even something like this if you need some extra height. And this will become invisible in your 360 videos and this will make them look like there is someone else filming you, or you can also do creative shots that will look like a drone shot. The build quality of these two cameras is very good, but the RS 1-inch looks and feels more like a premium camera. Because of the big lenses, you need to be careful so you don't scratch them because replacing them is very expensive and you won't be able to do it yourself. In terms of weight, the Insta360 RS is heavier at 240 grams, while the Insta360 X3 has a weight of 180 grams. The X3 has a smaller form factor, and this means that this is easier to place inside your pocket and carry around everywhere. The RS 1-inch is bigger, and when you place the lens cover, it becomes quite big in size and it will look weird if you manage to put it inside your pocket. The screen on these two cameras are touch-enabled, but the one on the X3 is way bigger than the one on the RS 1-inch, and this makes it easier to navigate the menus and change the settings, and I wish that the RS 1 had a bigger screen like the one on the X3. The X3 is waterproof up to 10 meters and the Insta360 RS is not waterproof, but it does have an IPX3 rating. And this means that it is water resistant, but water resistant and waterproof is not the same. Now, the big difference between these two cameras is in the size of the sensor. The camera sensor on the Insta360 X3 is half an inch, but the Insta360 RS 1-inch has a 1-inch sensor, so it's double the size, and this means that this camera will have better image quality in general and it will be more efficient in low light situations like these videos that you're looking at right now. In terms of video resolution, the Insta360 RS 1-inch can shoot 360 videos at 6K. At 4 and 6K, you can shoot videos at 24, 25 or 30 frames per second. There is no 60 frames per second, and I do believe that this is to avoid overheating. So the maximum frame rate is 50 frames per second, but you need to drop the resolution down to 3K. On the other hand, the Insta360 X3 can shoot at 5.7K at 24, 25 or 30 frames per second. And at 4K, you can shoot at 60 frames per second. The difference between 5.7K and 6K is not a big deal, but the sensor size will make the difference in the video quality. Something important to know is that 5.7 or 6K is the resolution that you get when you have the whole 360 video. But when you select to export a portion of this 360 video to make it a flat video, you will not get the full 5.7 or 6K resolution. And that means that you end up having a video file with less resolution. These two cameras do have what they call flow state, and this is an electronic stabilization which is really good, and Insta360 have been perfecting this in the last years. and it really makes you feel like you shot your videos using a gimbal without actually using one. The only problem with the stabilization on these cameras is that you need a good amount of light. Otherwise, the video will have some small vibration glitch effect, and this happens because the stabilization needs faster shutter speeds. And in low light situations, the shutter speed will tend to be slower. Battery life is very similar on these cameras. The one on the Insta360 RS1 will run for about 1 hour. And the battery on the Insta360 X3 will last for about 1 hour and a half. You can use a power bank to charge and use them at the same time, and you can also buy extra batteries for either camera. But the ones for the RS 1-inch are more expensive at around $50, and the ones for the X3 are just about $35. Overheating is one of the biggest concerns when it comes to these cameras because of the small size. With the X3, I was able to record for 1 hour and 35 minutes until the battery was depleted and there were no overheating issues. The RS 1-inch did overheat at 30 minutes and it stopped recording and it didn't let me do anything else. At that point, I had to restart the camera just to get it back to work. I ran this test multiple times with different microSD cards just to make sure that it wasn't a one-time issue, and these tests were done at the maximum resolution allowed by each camera. To edit the Insta360 videos, you need to use the Insta360 app on your smartphone. This will let you do basic editing like changing the aspect ratio, the field of view, or the speed of the video to make it faster or slower. You can also activate Deep Track, which lets you track someone or something, and I have to admit that the tracking system on the Insta360 is actually very good. One of my favorite features that they keep improving is the Shot Lab section, which are kinda like presets that are fun to use, like the new sky swap that lets you change the sky on your video. Insta360 also has an editing program for computers. Some features that you get on your smartphone are not going to be available here, but editing on the computer will let you export videos in the highest quality, and that is alone a big advantage over the app on the smartphone. Okay, so which camera is the best choice for you? I think it depends on your needs and what you're looking for. The Insta360 X3 has a retail price of $450. It is a camera that is fun to use and it has a few unique features, and you can see all of them in my original review. The RS 1-inch is almost double the price at $800. It's not going to be cheap. And Insta360 has been marketing the RS1 as a more professional camera. But the way I see it, this is a camera that will deliver better video quality compared to other 360 cameras, especially in low light situations. And this doesn't mean that it's only good for real estate or for commercial videos, as they say. There are plenty of people like myself that want to have the best quality for travel videos or family videos. I mean, if you think about it, these are going to be our future memories, and in the future, these are going to be priceless. The links to all the products are going to be in the video description. Please give this video a like, leave me a comment down below, and Insta360, please don't hate me for what I said in this video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.